You are listening to the AngieChu Podcast Radio Network.
I'm not sponsored, but gray matter, blue light glasses are really stylish and nice, and I like them. So buy them. Gray matter, sponsor me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bananas Toast Podcast, where we are recapping the Circle US Season 1. This is for Episode 5, appropriately titled Sliding into DMs, because these people are horny. And without further ado, I am one half of this podcast, the AngieChu.
I am the other half of this podcast, everyone's favorite father figure, weird uncle, black truck driving, pancake loving, just got a Black Panther hockey jersey. Yes, wearing hockey jerseys are my thing now. Papa D was good.
I'm gonna make a hockey fan out of you. It's gonna happen.
Oh,
it's gonna happen. We're gonna end up with like a fun hockey podcast at some point.
I'll settle for us going to a Predators game next season.
Deal. But yeah, this episode's fun because we mentioned it during the challenge. When the challenge is airing, there's always a point where you realize these people have gotten lonely and horny and romance starts popping off everywhere, and that is
not romance, showmance popping off everywhere because they're horny and they're cooped up. And suddenly, when you don't have access to all the dick in the world or within your area, that dick nearby, you start looking for prospects a little bit differently. Like guarantee, Shuby would get his dick wet. But Sammy, Sammy. Talking about random. Sammy at some point was ride Shuby. I'm calling that right now. Like, if they got to meet in real life and got stuck, I feel like Shuby and Sam, they'd have a shot. Not like fucking like he'd end up having a three-way with Sammy and Karen, just because they're all horny and just like, oh, I need to fuck something. They're
feeling the pains, especially because there's like 24/7 surveillance. So it's like, what you gonna do?
Sex video. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
For real. We're gonna give some people some boners or make people throw up, and we don't care which at this point. Like, because I'm human. Not gonna lie. It's like, that's the only plus side to being in a house like that around single people. It's like if I have a decent personality and can make you laugh, I got a shot. Like in normal life, if you have a decent personality and can make a woman laugh, especially as you get older, you have a significant shot. As long as you're not living in your basement with your mother and stuff along those lines, you got a decent living situation and you're independent. Like in a house like this, like not like this, but like in a house where you're just cooped up with each other for weeks upon weeks, yeah. At some point, you're just walking around. Like the pretenses are gone. You're walking around farting, no makeup on, and you're just talking to people, and you're just like, "What's up? Like, it's like I'm fucking horny. I'm fucking horny too. Do you want to just? Like, it comes down to like, do you just want to? Like, it's like Nani and Josh. Like, no, you're like my brother. Yeah, your stepbrother. And like, same time, like, shit, I wish that's.
Before we get fully into the circle, I do want to say some like announcements. Because of course we started as a challenge podcast. We're called Bananas Toast, and we're recapping the circle because someone from this season is on the next season of the challenge 37, which from what I've heard is close to the end of filming. There should only be like a week or two left. MTV is trying to expedite this out. So on the official challenge Twitter and Instagram today, there's a quick teaser from our best host TJ Lavin where he's in beautiful Croatia. Just a quick like 20-second video, almost like a cameo style, of saying season 37's coming. It's in Croatia. I have heard if you want to be unspoiled, not to search below in the comments of those posts because people are spoiling some of the eliminations. I've also heard that for as much as people dislike Josh, they're going to dislike him even more this season. And I don't know why. But I've heard that Josh has created some chaos apparently, and will make even more enemies out of at least the fans, if not the cast. So we have that, unfortunately, to look forward to. But overall, I'm excited.
Josh or Fessy?
Josh.
Okay.
Josh apparently is, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's stirring the pot or what, but people have said Josh is like at his worst from what people looking at the spoilers have heard. But overall, I'm hearing it should be an exciting season. It's warm again, so they're in nice, pretty outfits. There's apparently a ton of hookups. There's some drama. There's some fights. There's a lot of really athletic people. They say it's going to be one of those crazy, controversial, I love this show seasons, as long as production doesn't cut out the juicy bits, because of course they can edit it however they want. But I've heard there's a lot of material that can be put in there, whereas for 36, which was kind of more tame, it was known, people were saying there's not much happening this season. These people are just kind of to themselves. I've heard this is chaos incarnate, but in a good way, except for Josh. So since they're saying it's coming soon, I'm predicting, maybe as soon as early August. So we're probably going to get pretty much done with season 1 of The Circle and then go into the challenge, which means we'll do season 2 of The Circle when 37 is over, most likely. But good timing. Like I can't see it happening quicker than about 5 weeks. So we should be able to not have an overlap, or if we do only have like 1 or 2 weeks of overlap.
Oh God, just watching this show right now, I'm already predicting either Joey, Sammy, or Miranda are gonna be on this season.
So I will say this, because it's gotten out there so much, it's not even really a spoiler anymore, because I do know the cast spoilers. It's someone we haven't met yet. He comes up later this season. His name is Ed. His brother is actually in season 2, and I like his brother more. But something happens with Ed that kind of dulled him for me. Like I didn't dislike him, but I'm excited to see him in the challenge. Let me put it that way. I want to give him another shot. He's not one of those where I'm like, why him? But I do hope this is, an opening for people like Sammy and Joey and, Chris. I think they'd be perfect. And then there's a lot of cast from season 2 I think we get as well. So hopefully, Ed, if you're still in the game, I hope you're giving us a good show. I need you to win some eliminations. I need you to hook up with some people. I need you to make a name for yourself so we can get your buddies on, because I want more Circle peeps up in the challenge.
Oh my God.
When worlds combine, like I don't watch Big Brother. I don't watch Survivor. I don't watch Ninja Warrior. Where else are these people from? I don't watch America's Got Talent. So I all these people coming in there aren't real world road rules, or Are You the One? I'm like, who are you? And I've grown to love them. I've grown to love a lot of these people, but it'll be exciting to finally see someone from a show I know coming into the challenge.
Oh Lord. Okay. God, this show.
Yeah, let's get into this show.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so basically, it starts off with Adam/Alex gets set up on his profile. He uses a dog picture for relatability as a second picture, and uses approachable, just kind of a face shot with him in a white tee for his first. Everyone learns that they have a new roommate. Everyone fucking starts drooling. It is sad, and I hate it at the same time. I get it. Like Miranda's like, oh, like I like Joey, but oh my God, like just drooling over him. Chris and Sammy thinks he's gay, like just like, oh, dog pic, is he gay? And I'm like, what wow, we just jumped that far. Like dog, a nice picture of a man and his dog in his face licking him, and we suddenly just jump to, oh, is he gay?
I think, how sometimes, especially people that are more of empaths, they can take photos and sometimes even text and get kind of a vibe from it. And the only thing I can think of, because I don't get the dog picture is he gay thing, but I'm thinking, I don't know for sure because Alex/Adam is such a turnoff in this season that I have not looked up any of this man's social media whatsoever. And again, I always say whenever I dislike someone on reality TV, we see a short snippet of them. They're normally at least playing some degree of a character. Alex might be a really cool guy in real life. We both have cats. We can bond on that level. I'm glad he's in a long-term relationship and married, but I don't like him on the show. But watching his interactions, I'm getting some gay vibes coming off him. So I don't know if he's, maybe bi, if he's pan, but I feel like whatever I'm feeling, somehow that's translating maybe for Sammy and Chris. And it might be something he's typed on his profile. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of, because I guarantee if like Joey upload a picture of a dog, they wouldn't be like, is Joey gay? They just be like, oh, what a cool dog. Like something is making them think, is Adam gay?
Pretty much, like, damn, just ridiculous. But yes, these are knee-jerk reactions automatically is like, is he gay because of a dog picture? I'm just like, what the hell? Adam/Alex checks out his roommates, in which case, basically he, of course, is mesmerized by the moving photo of Miranda, because he's like, oh, my hips don't move like that. Like, they just don't. I'm like, it's okay, dude. Let's face it, dude. You're not that skinny dude on there, and even then, you need training to get your hips to move like that. That doesn't happen overnight. Miranda's had practice. Oh my God, Miranda. Oh, Miranda.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you can be a bigger guy and do that. There's a lot of actually like pretty cool people on TikTok where they're big men, whether you range from like overweight to morbidly obese, that are doing, ballet and dancing and all of these pretty things, but it's like their bodies have been trained to move like that. And so it's not really a size thing, but his body just doesn't know how to do that. Like he's trying to do it and he's just like gyrating like a robot. He doesn't know how to make those Miranda moves. And at this point, this is probably the jumping point for me, because I thought it was funny watching him try to do the dance. And at this point, I was still like, let's see what Alex is like. Let's see how he's going to play this. And then things all go downhill because we get an alert. And it says that Adam can take one player on a romantic hangout this evening. And as a result, he gets to take 3 people to a secret chat and get to know them. And he picks the winner from there. So, everyone's wondering, who's it going to be? The girls, especially Miranda, all want it to be them. Chris wants to be involved. Shuby's kind of like, I wonder what he's like. Joey's kind of doing the keep your friends close and enemies closer, because he's like, we probably would get along, but this dude's going to steal all of my attention, because he's like the Joey on steroids version for the cast. And in the end, he chooses Mercedes, Sammy, and Rebecca. So Miranda is very upset. We'll get to her in a second. But the chat starts normally, Mercedes and Sammy and Seaburn, aka Rebecca, are very excited. And he says he's going to ask them questions to get to know them better. And what turns off all 3 of them and me, I'm assuming Papa D, and clearly the narrator, and probably most people watching the show, is he says, the girl that arouses me the most will get to go on the dinner date. Disclaimer, I do not care what gender you identify as. I do not care what your sexuality is. Don't use that line. Like even Karen is like, I don't like arouse. Like that whole line was just such a turn off, the way he said it.
Okay. Rant activated. Okay. What in like this dude literally is trying too hard automatically. Here's the thing. I can relate to this, and that's what's ticking me off. I can relate to this. I am not a people person for the most part. I'm awkward. I don't know how to talk to people, which sucks because I'm in customer service. I've done a lot of customer service jobs. But when it comes to just personal conversations with people that honestly I know for a fact are probably more attractive than me or look more attractive than me, I know for a fact when I was younger, I would go like, okay, be funny, be edgy, be original, be different. Be somebody that sticks the hell out so that way you know they're hot. They have their hotness. You're fat, you're black, and you have short hair. You're gonna have to try something different. You can't be a thug. Because you're not thuggish. You ain't about that life. So literally I'd be that guy who just asks really weird, off the wall, awkward questions that make you, what the fuck? Okay. Like just really, and like this is what this dude is trying to do. Except he's not doing it as himself. He's doing it as the hot guy. And I'm like, bruh, stop right now. Because I can tell you right now, you can use the word arousal in a better context conversation, but you got to work your way up to that shit. And even then, not everyone's going to find it attractive. They'll find you attractive and they'll just move forward. Karen doesn't like the word arousal, but at the same time, if Beyonce rolled up on her being like, here to get some arousal, like I get, and then started making a beat out of it, not only would she dance to that beat, they'd be boning to that beat, probably with a strap. All right? Like, no. Like, he's going too hard, too quick, trying to be this edgy guy when it's like, dude, you're hot. Your body's done half your work for you. Just for the most part, don't say a lot. If you do, keep it regular, keep it calm, keep it personable. Don't be this guy who's like the person who arouses me. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. It's for real. This dude, I swear, they even wrote in giant letters. You can't see it. He's trying too hard. Like, stop. Stop right now. Like this show is 49 minutes long. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to watch it just because I had to stop at all the cringe ass moments from Adam/Alex. It gets even more ridiculous. Because the group chat, the entire group chat's turned off like, oh my God. Wow, he just went there.
I think the other problem is like he's playing a catfish and he's never played this role before because it's a thing where two people can say the same exact thing and people perceive it completely differently depending on who said it. Because people have different delivery, they have different personality, have different way people perceive them and stuff. So like how you just said, like, you're an awkward person that makes weird references. You are and you do, but it works for you. Like the way you deliver stuff from like day one when we met in 2008, I'm like, hey, this dude's funny. I want to be his friend. Like, so it's like you can say things that like someone else might say, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna pepper spray you if you don't stop right this second. And so it's like Alex is figuring this out as he goes. He doesn't have the luxury of, being Mercedes, who's just playing the flirty side of herself, or, Seaburn, who's just being his girlfriend at this point. Like, he's literally like, okay, let's just do this. Just send it before I regret it. So this is a completely unhinged, unplanned out character other than dude is hot. And it's showing and it's crashing and burning because all girls went from like wet panties to like, oh, and now it's just like competition of who's going to be number one. There's no longer the romance vibe. It's like, okay, cool, let's just try to win this date. Meanwhile, the rejects of the night, Joey, Miranda, Shuby, and Chris, are all a bit salty, understandably so, and they make their own dinner chat, and they're like, it's better to have dinner with friends. We're gonna do this potluck style. And we should just vote Adam out the next time we vote. Like they're having that petty wine night, and I love to see it.
There's less salt in the ocean than there is in that damn chat right now. McDonald's French fries could be seasoned with the salt coming off that chat right now. Little do they know they're not missing much. They're missing just a dude, like you said, and I thank you for making this point. I guess you're right. He just hasn't played this character because I'm like, bruh. Like, I'm just like, bruh, dude, stop. You are like, you're just coming off as awkward and creepy and you're hot. Like, that's the thing. Think hot thoughts, damn it. Okay? Think hot. Make drip. Make drip. Think hot thoughts and be cool. Okay? Because when hot and cold come together, causes you to drip. Okay? Okay? Guess what? Because guess what? That's where drip comes from. The Labonic lesson for people. What the word drip comes from you being a hot person working out. You got your stuff tight. You're rolling in there with the tightest stuff. But then also, you rolling in there iced out jewelry. Okay, just straight up diamonds, chains, gold, silver, platinum. Got that cold ice on you while you rolling in looking hot as fuck. Cold, just edged out in cold ice. What hot and cold come together creates condensation, creates drip. Okay? Creates drip. All right? You got to drip, bro. And when you drip, other people drip. The good way. Good God. This dude's fucking up.
The Messiah, Seth Rollins, the king of the drip.
Yes, the drip god. Yes, Seth Rollins, the drip god. With his suit game on mother loving point. I hope Becky helps him pick out his suits. Because, oh my, like, that is the one thing I like about Seth Rollins. Random tangent to wrestling. Y'all know who he is. Google him. Seth Rollins. It's how it's spelled.
I love him. I will say a quick anecdote, and then we'll hop back into the circle. I almost said the challenge. The circle in like 30 seconds. I have to say my friendly competition with Becky Lynch has reached a problem. Inadvertently, because I love Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, and I love even more they're a couple. I've had this thing I've mentioned on Twitter a few times. They got engaged, and 2 months later, my husband proposed to me. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they got pregnant. Like Becky got pregnant 2 months before me. Of course, she had the baby 2 months before me. And I'm just like, haha, I'm on like a 2 month delay from Becky Lynch. Okay, this woman posted a picture last week. She has abs. So I have 2 months to get my abs back, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, I think the 2 month curve is over. Because it took me like a year to get abs the first time, and I had them for a month, and then I got pregnant. So I don't think they're coming back.
Let's get something straight. Let's get something completely out of the way here. You have a job, and you are a normal person. Okay, Becky has a husband who makes a crap ton of money,
and
she herself made a crap ton of money. So she has the ability to do nothing but take care of this child, make sure they're squared away, or make sure they have a nanny or a mom or somebody to help take care of the kid. In the meantime, she's out here buying protein shakes, buying protein shakes, grilling her food, probably weighing her food, has a health advisor just on standby, and has, like you said, an actual professional home-ass gym. To a point is, she can spend 3 to 4 hours a day off and on working out, getting her body back right. Not to mention the fact it helps that she literally came from having a good, in-shape body. She was a freaking insane wrestler and in great shape before she got pregnant. Getting that back isn't as difficult when you had it before and you have the time. And I get you have a kid and everything, and yes, that takes up a majority of your time. But I'm sorry, but when you have family to help you and don't have any other job, but other than just get back in shape, so eventually you can go back to doing what you were doing. Yeah, she's gonna have abs in 2 months. Maurice had abs in like 3 to 4 months. Like, nah, don't. So like that's where you stop trying to race this chick. Because to get on her level, you have to do a level of neglect for your child that will be a disservice. Your child and your family.
The Miz got the snip. There won't be any more Mizanins.
Yes, and you know what? I applaud him. I applaud him, sir. I applaud you, sir. You got the snip. No more Mizanins. Just stay away from your hot wife. for a while so you don't rip some stitches and call it a day. But anyway, back to this show. He basically asked, the first question he asked these people is, first date, what do you want to do? Sammy wants to go to a drive-in movie on the beach. He, of course, because he's an awkward nerd, decides to overanalyze it. Do you go driving on the beach? Like, do you take your truck or car in there? What if it gets stuck? What the hell? And like, shut the fuck up and stop opening. Then you have Mercedes wants to go to the pier and play games. And then you got Rebecca wants a restaurant and a walk date to look at the stars. I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Me and Sammy get along. I have a medium-sized truck that's big enough to fit 2 lawn chairs and 2 people in the back to watch a drive-in movie. And we get along great. And then we got asked about the wildest bedroom romp. Just audibly, God, why are you no. No, this isn't something you deliver on the internet, and this isn't something you deliver with people who haven't met you yet. You introduce yourself. You like, oh my God, you are trying to be so edgy, so quick with this keyboard courage, and it is not working, dude. She like Angie once off screen told me about this dude because she's watched this 3 times. And I completely agree with her when I say, ladies, men, whoever, when you meet someone like this online or in real life, run. Okay, just stop. Run. No, they're trying too hard. They're legit trying too hard. Now, if you got the patience to just literally check them, be like, bro, listen, you are trying too hard. Now, if this is really you, fine. You're not for me. But I'm letting you know right now, you're coming on really strong and you're trying too damn hard. Chill the hell out. If it helps, I'm interested because you're physically attractive. But your personality right now is not hitting it right. So make some adjustments, calm the hell down. I'm gonna be over here at this table. If you want a drink, bring yourself a drink because I can buy my own because I'm an independent person. And then we'll sit and we'll talk and we'll maybe start the hell over. And I'll ignore the fact that you just went straight for sex related things off the damn bat because you're just fucking and just chalked it up to fucking nerves. Unless you got the nerve and patience to check somebody like that, fucking run. Just run, call it a day. Be like, no, hell to the no.
Yeah, like it's just like and the problem is it gets worse from here, and I've blocked it out of my mind, but I know like it got to the point where I was just tweeting up a storm about this guy. And I'm just like, I hope he's a good person at home for his wife's sake, mostly, and the sake of his cats. But on the show, it's not translating well. But in the end, he, ironically, his best course of action would have been Sammy, followed by Mercedes, followed by Rebecca. And he chooses Rebecca, the other catfish, who's a dude, a straight dude, aka Seaburn. And when this is announced, Karen's relieved because she was so turned off with this dude that she didn't want to do a dinner with him. She's like, whatever. And Sammy is disappointed because she wanted to be the most popular, kind of get him in her pocket. She was also turned off by him, but turned it into a competition. But Seaburn is excited. He gets this giant teddy bear that, spoiler alert, for the rest of Seaburn's time on this show, he has that teddy bear everywhere. He loves the bear. He doesn't give a shit about Alex, but he loves the bear. So
hold on. We got to rewind back to the original group chat, because the other thing that confused the hell out of people is he uses specific phrasing of just like, so what's your wildest bedroom romp? And everyone's like, what the fuck is romp? What the hell? Who? What? And I'm like, I know what you mean. But at the same time, I'm like, you're trying to be different and show a level of education and or class. Stop being weird. Let me phrase this. Be weird if you're you. You're this hot guy that people are drooling over right now, and your personality is garbage because he just used the word romp. And just Mercedes says she had a threesome with an ex. Rebecca teases and says like a real lady doesn't kiss and tell. And then Sammy just teases us and them like there's a reason my bedroom, my bed frame is made of metal poles. I'm just like, damn. But at the same time, I'm just like, that's fake. Also at the same time, I'm just like, bruh, you are trying too hard. And at this point, you just know no one's taking this guy. Like the arousal's gone. Like everything's dried up. And like, what? It's just like, stop. Bro, just like I really like, oh my god. And that's the thing. If this was a legitimate hot guy, like on these photos, I would still be like, dude, listen, I know you're like, I'm just like, let me be real with you. Okay, I'm a fat, awkward black guy, who may wear glasses to look intelligent, but doesn't need them whatsoever. That being said, let me tell you something. You're hot, you're attractive. They're attracted to you just from the sheer look. Physically, you already have this in the bag. You just have to get to them mentally with your personality. And I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't it. All right? Just go back over, apologize. Straight up, just apologize. In real life, I'd be like, apologize. Say, listen, hey, sorry, I'm nervous. It's been a while since I've done this. Maybe, and if you have to, and if you're just looking for a one night stand, lie and be like, listen, just got out of a relationship, don't really know how to do this or flirt. How about this? Can we just sit down and talk and pretend this entire 30 minutes didn't happen, and let me just introduce myself and tell you about me. And if you feel the need to tell me about you and want to continue the conversation, we can. Otherwise, I'm gonna walk away and leave you alone. Like, that is really the advice I'd have for this dude. Like, you are coming on way too strong, way too awkward, way too creepy. Calm the hell down. Like, turn the dial down, man. You ain't got the drip for this. You're hot, but you're not like famous people can get away with this a little. And it depends. Like, Keanu Reeves can get away with this. Jeff Goldblum can get away with this. But like, dude, you're just attractive. That's it. Like you don't got any clout, no real fame. You're just attractive. Calm the fuck down. But yeah. And P.S. Out of the gifts he could have chosen, he gets I think it was like chocolates, a cat onesie, lingerie, and a giant teddy bear. Now, and at this point, with the vibes he was giving off, super surprised he didn't send the lingerie. Just because at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let's put a cherry on the top of this awkward cringe salad. But yes, he chose the teddy bear. He made one smart fucking decision this entire damn show. And you know what? I hope Seaburn enjoys it and has fun with it and just talks to it because he's going stir crazy. And I don't blame him. I would too. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So while you were TED Talking, I got a thought, and I mentioned I binged this show like when I was freshly on maternity leave, and I went through all of season 1 in under 24 hours. I did like episodes like 1 through 6 at night, and then got up the next day and watched the rest of it. And then I immediately went into season 2. And because of that, because I knew there was a season 2, I didn't want to get spoiled. And I never went on Reddit until I was already in season 2, and I missed all of season 1 stuff. And I just searched Adam to see kind of what the vibe was. And the first thing that popped up was a post from 52 days ago where a podcast did an episode with Alex Lake. So his last name is Lake. And they said he was one of their favorites. And usually whenever a podcast does this, there's a lot of comments. Instead, someone downvoted this post, so it has 0 post karma on it. And the only comment says, Alex is a creep. And a bunch of people upvoted it. So I'll look for some season 1 fun later, not just with Alex, but just to see what the vibe was with all of these castmates. But it looks like people were getting the same vibe. But yeah, so to the hangout, it's a catfish on catfish date. We've got, Seaburn as Rebecca and Alex as Adam. And the funny thing is, almost immediately, they feel like something is off with each other. They're both getting these catfish vibes. Like, Seaburn's realizing that for this hunky dude, the things coming out of his mouth just aren't quite right. And, Alex is realizing the stuff Rebecca's saying, it's all too sweet and perfect and rehearsed and calculated. And he doesn't think that, this is fully her. And he's like, she's hiding something. I don't know what that something is, but she's hiding something. So it's funny that they both got these reactions so quick, but also it just turns into like a reconnaissance mission where, Rebecca's just guaranteeing like, I've got you. I'm going to keep you safe to kind of get Adam as a number. Meanwhile, Alex changes gears and he's like, is there anyone I should watch out for? And, Seaburn plays it good. Shoebaum is one of his top. So he's like, Shoebaum is someone to have on your side, but also watch out for Mercedes. And then there's more weird flirting and thinking they're both hiding stuff. And this was like one of the most awkward dates I've ever seen on reality TV.
Oh my God. To give an example, Alex basically talks about how I hope you enjoyed my package. It was so big and glorious, and then Mercedes is like, thank you. I enjoyed it deeply. I'll treasure your package forever. And I'm like, do they know what they're saying at this point?
It's like 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction.
It's 50 Shades of just bad fan fiction. There's not even a color like gray. No, it's 50 Shades of white. Like
50 Shades of shit.
Like for real. This is like, I'm like, oh, this I could write better porn than this. Damn. Like, no. Like there is nothing more like literally porn. Amateur porn has better setups and flirting than this. Jesus Christ. This is like, I'm like, y'all know something about this. Is ridiculous. But yeah, that is how that's an example of all the just innuendo regarding a package these two are doing. And I'm just looking at it like Angie said, they are trying to out catfish each other basically without knowing it. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like literally, who can out catfish the other? Like that's all this is because they don't know about it. I'm like, I want a reunion show where they just all see these clips and just realize how much they're fucking up. Like how much they're just truly who they're fucking up with. Like Rebecca, I need Seaburn and Alex to be on a reunion show at the end of this, literally looking at each other, being like, "Hi, Alex. Hi, Rebecca." And just watching this cringe-worthy date of just like, oh God. And like, I hope their girlfriends and their wife see these and like, ew. And just like, ew. And I'm like, I don't blame you. Stop. This was horrible. Like, slap both of them on the hand and on the back of the head. Like, don't ever do that again. It's not even infidelity. Like, don't be that creepy ever again. Stop. Stop it right now. Like, squirt bottle in the face. Bad. Bad. Bad cat. Bad husband. Bad boyfriend. Stop. To ever do that again. Not even for fear. It's not even for fear of infidelity. It's for fear of I have to come home and be with you. After this. All this shit. Ugh.
Yeah, they had way too much fun with this. And the bad thing is, like, the whole time Seabird is like, this is my Oscar performance. This is perfect. I got him right where I want him. And I'm like, oh, honey, no, you don't. You don't. You don't.
Rashad.
And then the next morning, everyone wakes up and like Seaburn just cartwheels over to the main screen, basically, to post a status about how much her heart is melting. And then Alex is like, I don't know what will happen if I like this status, but I'm going to do it anyway. And he likes the post. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Why are you so thirsty, homie? Like, for like, this is horrible. Like, this is like, at this point, I'm like, the only reason somebody who hasn't met you likes you at this point, they are using you. And like, that's really it. They are like, there's something else going on. I'm not on this show, and if I ran into somebody like this online, I'd be like, they're a scammer and they want money. Like, just automatic. Like, there should be no reason why they should still be interested. Like, at this point, no. They're a scammer and they want money. But they also realize all the blue check marks are gone. It's anybody's game. Miranda starts a girl chat with the other women, trying to basically nose in and figure out what happened, who, blah, 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 blah. And then Rebecca basically brags about Adam/Alex and all the romantic things he did. And Sammy's gagging like, oh, I hate romantic shit like that. Oh. I'm like, you know what? No, Sammy, I guarantee, man or woman, I don't care. If they got into your heart, they send you a giant teddy bear that you're gonna like. Let's stop fronting. All right, I get it. I'm not gonna lie. I find a chick who sends me a giant Snorlax beanbag or just a giant Snorlax thing. I'll be like, oh, honey, get married now. You have to get married now. And newsflash, our honeymoon's gonna be on that Snorlax chair. I'm just letting you know that right now. Like, at some point, juices are getting on that Snorlax. Yours, both of ours. Like, it's gonna happen.
From experience, I've learned that most people who act the way Sammy is acting, they usually just have a problem with PDA, whether they want to admit it or not. And behind closed doors, they are like the most romantic people ever. Like, Sammy would probably love the giant teddy bear, but she would want it in private where she can disclose that she got it or not. And instead of like everyone knows what's going on. And I feel like she would like love notes, but privately in her DMs and not aired on international Netflix. But it is funny to watch the juxtaposition as Karen's like, oh, that is pretty sweet. And Sammy's just like, like fake vomiting over the couch. And then Seabird's still like, I'm playing everyone. I'm the puppet master. Ooh. And I'm like, this is just a weird ass scene right now.
This is a weird ass show right now. This is just, it's just ridiculous. I'm just like, so many things. I'm like, just bruh. I'm like, I never in my life just want to be any part of this. Like, get the hell, like, make, like, again, giant teddy bear, I'm gonna be like, that's nice, and just put it someplace where I can't see it. Giant Snorlax, I will find room. I don't have a lot of room in my room, but I will find room for a giant Snorlax. Or a Snorlax beanbag, I know those exist. Or just literally like a giant Snorlax stuffed animal, and be like, yes, Snorlax! That is my spirit Pokemon at this point. It was Nidoking, it's now Snorlax. We have a lot in common. We wake up for food, we wake up if we sense danger. If you wake us up and we have to get up to deal with your ass, you are not going to like us.
Nope. But then it's time for a bros chat, which Adam invites Chris, Joey, and Shabam to. Adam asks how they are, and Joey is happy to connect with them. Again, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. They are going to have stuff in common, but also Joey knows this is now his competition. He just got rid of Antonio, and he got a better Antonio that he doesn't realize is a catfish. And then Chris, is kind of digging, wanting to see how legit this person is. And he's like, hey, what part of LA are you from? And Adam says he's from the Venice Beach area, but he's still getting pizza withdrawals after leaving New York City. Then we realize that Chris is also very horny. He asks if pizza is Adam's beauty secret, and Adam says it is, but it has to be followed by 100 crunches. And then Chris proceeds to tell Adam to come to Dallas one day and, quote, get a taste of this taco. And then we switch to Shuby, who is just pissed because he admits he's being ignored in this chat right now, and that this douche is trying to steal his Joey and his Rebecca from him and ignoring him. And then Chris, who was like a pseudo friend, is also like flirting over the top with this dude, and Shuby just like wants to stab someone, and he's like, I don't like Adam, he's annoying, he's fake flirting, he's encroaching on my friends. So he's just like, don't forget that I'm tiny, but I'm powerful too. And I'm like, oh my God, Shuby, I love you. I need a hug. Like, he's the only one seeing through this right now.
Yes, because you know what? Shuby is like all of us. He's the average guy who doesn't flirt a lot, but also doesn't get flirted with a lot. Newsflash, if he does get flirted with by somebody that he thinks is hotter than him, he's either thinking, okay, this is a trap. Something's going on. Am I on a prank reality TV show? Is this woman a hooker? Or is this woman a pickpocket? Check my pockets. Check my phone. Oh my God, what the hell just happened? No, this isn't right. No, Shuby's normal. Shuby's seeing through this BS. In which case, I don't blame Shuby for feeling neglected or ignored, because Chris and Joey are kind of, or Adam and Joey are kind of like, let's work out. I think we can do a friendly push-up competition. Well, meanwhile, Joy's like, dude, I'll take you to the gym. I'll have you do a leg day, and you won't walk right for 2 weeks. I'm just like, I mean, yeah, you probably could. But at the same time, I'm just like, oh my God. It's like two tools are trying to get to know each other again. But it's not two tools challenging each other. They're trying to be friends. But like you said, it's more like Joey, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Not worried about Shuby. He's loyal. He's cool. He's my little bro. Worried about your punk ass out here trying to steal my juice, steal my thunder. But yes, Shuby sees through this, and Shuby, because we see this later, because Shuby at one point messages Rebecca, and they catch up, and Rebecca talks about Alex and their date, and Shuby's trying to snap Rebecca out of her flirtationship. And it's just like, and Rebecca's just like, he probably is flirting with the other girl. Like, she sees through, like, Shuby kind of helps her make that realization. And I'm just like, go you, Shuby. Go you innocent soul.
You're doing the Lord's work.
For real. Stop being blinded by the devil, unlike Chris, sitting here flirting, trying to get his taco eaten. Little meat, fucking meat taco eating. I don't fucking know. But in between that, we got the dirty emoji contest with Joey. Sammy's up first.
Yeah, so this clarifies what we were talking about last week when this first happened. So I did give you guys an accidental spoiler because they were saying a naughty emoji, and Papa D, you were like, isn't that an eggplant? And I remember Miranda's goal was the eggplant. I'd remembered that. So I was like, yeah, why are they just saying dirty emoji? It's an eggplant. But apparently Miranda's trying to get the eggplant and Sammy's trying to get the peach. So that makes sense of why they're just saying dirty emoji. But it's Sammy's turn. She starts sending Joey some very flirty messages. She like cold messages him and is like, how are you doing today, my love? And Joey's like, oh. And then she starts talking about doing squats. And Joey says, you might need a spotter. I'll teach you a thing or two about leg day. Sammy, ironically, like not in the chat, but just to the audience, says she doesn't really work out, which confuses me because her body is amazing. And I figured she worked out all the time. So she's just been blessed with a good metabolism. But what ends up happening, it's funny. It reminds me of something from like an anime or a sitcom. Joey is fully turned on, but he wants to work out more. And that's what happens when you flirt with a gym bro about gym stuff, is like, he is turned on and horny, but he wants to go lift some weights now. So he tells her, I'm going to take a cold shower and collect my thoughts and come back to this later. And Sammy fails to get her peach.
For the record, I forgot a peach emoji was to technically be clap. See, that's the thing. This is all to interpretation. I'm like, I think of a peach. I'm like, oh, peach, Georgia. I'm like, cool.
No, booty.
Like, it's like, no, yeah, I forgot. It can be about peach booty ass women. Because she lays it on thick, so thick. Fuck, is it so thick? That's a TikTok reference for anybody who doesn't fucking know, because I spent so much time on there. But anyway, she just lays it on super fucking thick about just her ass. Like, yeah, send me that peach emoji. And Joey shows some class, damn it. I respect Joey so much more now, because he could have very easily fell for that, like, peach emoji, eggplant, water. Just like, and purple devil, cross, then random tongue, just for the hell of it. But just be like, what the fuck? But no, he's respectful, and he's like, I'm gonna go take a cold shower now. Thanks for talking to me. Have a good day. Bye. Just like, go you, Joey. Go you. You handled your arousal with class, sir. And notice, I used the word arousal, and it wasn't disgusting, weird, or fucking awkward. It was regular. It was just a regular word. The classic word. The classy word. Scientific word. God, fuck you, Alex / Adam. I hate you. I hate you so much. This episode alone made me cringe. Just made me cringe. Can't stand you at the moment, dog. But yes. We then go to ratings time.
Yep. So just like before, I wrote down the ratings that they showed because, of course, they're not going to show every single thing. It's going to be all out of order, but they do show probably about a good 2/3 of the rating. So I've got these down, and when people explain why, I've written that as well. So we start with Mercedes putting Rebecca in 5th place because she does not like this girl image she's got going on. She also feels Rebecca's hiding something, which she is, and that's a penis. And Sammy, though, puts Rebecca 2nd. She likes the good girl image. She thinks Rebecca's a sweetheart, which I do love Seaburn. I think he is like a really sweet guy from what we see on this show. And Sammy's getting that vibe. Shuby puts Sammy in 3rd. He really enjoyed that. He calls it warm and generous chat they had together. Miranda puts Sammy in 3rd because she still likes her. Sammy puts Miranda in 4th place because they talked, they made up, they've got this fun little contest going. So Miranda's not her favorite person, but she's not mad at Miranda anymore. And Joey puts Miranda in 3rd. He wants to get to know her a bit more. This is good for Joey because Miranda places Joey in 1st place. She loves Joey. She loves their connection, especially after that really sweet chat about Miranda and her family and, foster care the previous episode. But then for someone who doesn't like Joey, Mercedes puts Joey in 6th because they just never talked. And at this point, it's not going to be any like, oh, maybe we'll talk eventually. It's like, no, you don't talk to me. I'm putting you in last place. Rebecca puts Shuby in 1st. That's Rebecca's number 1. Ride or die. Chris, though, places Shuby in 4th. And he says he's loyal, but that's not one of his main people. Shuby, unfortunately, puts Chris in 6th, last place, because he thinks Chris is going to make a move against him at some point, and he does not want Chris having that influence or power over him. And lastly, Mercedes puts Chris in 1st place. So the only 2 people that match in this are Chris and Mercedes. They both got each other as their number 1, as the gay Christian friends.
As the gay Christian friends.
They are!
The gay Christian alliance.
I love them because, like how I was saying, like, you normally don't get this without the sob story of, like, I was raised in the church and then I came out and I was hated and had to move churches and now I'm finding my religion again, but I'm conflicted. And then, like, Mercedes, aka Karen, will just mention it in passing, quick prayer, amen. And then Chris is like preaching and posting Bible verses, and there's no sob story. It's just, I'm gay, I love God, end of story, love it or leave it. And I'm like, yes, I love this.
I'm gay, I love God, and I love dick. Love it or leave it. I'm like, live your truth there, brother. But yes, all the ratings get locked in, and we'll end up seeing them at some point. Not this episode, spoiler alert. But next we get to have some fun. Next we get to go gamer game of hashtag this. Every player will get to upload and show a photo to everyone and, basically put on a hashtag. The funniest or best hashtag basically wins with the photo, from what I'm assuming. So basically, Shuby chooses a photo first, and it's him graduating next to a statue of a bear. And people are just talking about his brain, like, oh, he's smart. He's fucking smart. That's really it. Like nobody, like and then everybody just goes like, "Damn it, Shuby, why are you so sweet, mother?" I swear to you, the way everybody's acting, Shuby would have. At some point, somebody's gonna be like, "I have to sleep with Shuby just because he's nice, just literally because he's like, I can't let if I find out this dude hasn't boned naturally, organically, it's not gonna come up. When's the last time you boned, bro? Like it comes out. I actually haven't had a girlfriend in like a year. Things just didn't work out. She had to go back to India. Been kind of single and focusing on myself. Sammy or Miranda or possibly Karen at some point. I don't even care. Somebody's boning down. She's like, no, we're breaking this dude off a piece surely because he deserves it for just being a genuinely nice person.
Here's the thing, because in season 2, there's a really hot person where it's revealed that they're a virgin, and it comes up multiple times in the season. So I feel like that's something production would expose, because on most reality shows, if a virgin winds up on one, which is extremely rare because it's reality TV and it's the 21st century, it's something that they're going to bring up and try to make a storyline out of. And so I think Shuby has gotten some nerd action on before the show. I feel like after the show, he was probably surprised at how many boobs appeared in his DMs. Like, oh my God. Like, I feel like Shuby got some action after the show. But yeah, like his UCLA graduation. So that's a humble brag right there. You graduated from UCLA, but his caption was #before and after caffeine, because it's him smiling next to the angry bear. Chris uses #nerd nuts are sexy. Chris is still horny. Adam uses #smarter than the average bear, which is clever. Adam finally gets a point for me this episode. And Sammy goes
no points. No points. Zero.
Just one.
No, you don't deserve it. You deserve nothing.
And Sammy goes with #I'm smarter than your boyfriend. So a nice showing to start things off from Shuby. Next is Rebecca, and Seaburn has chosen to upload the twin picture of the real Rebecca with her twin sister. Just since some people were starting to question, how sincere she was, and she did mention being a twin, this solidifies it. You at least have the twin picture, so that's going to get some people off Rebecca's back. So of course, Sister, Tia and Tamara, great show growing up. Hopefully you guys saw it. Sammy captions #2 is better than 1. Yep. Shuby says #caring and protective, because the story was that Rebecca's twin was like the protective one, and that's why Rebecca is shy and naive. She didn't have to defend herself. And then Chris, still horny, uses #double the pleasure, double the fun.
Exactly. I still think about that Chris Brown commercial. Double your pleasure, double your fun. Last forever. Like, yes, you can YouTube it. This was right before he beat Rihanna and threw her out in the street. To where like that was blasting everywhere, and it was a bop because his song was a bop. Then that happened, and like just literally, I think it was winter fresh gum. I don't even know. It was green. The gum was green. That's about all I got. But they literally pulled that shit immediately. Like, nope, we want nothing to do with this dude anymore. But I digress.
So then next we have Miranda. She's got a picture in a crop top and a bikini bottom, and she's posing. You can see her long physique, and the way she's holding her hands, they're kind of curled where it's almost like a T-Rex pose. So it's a sexy picture, and she captions it, #who let the T-Rex out. This is the part of the episode where we stop seeing as many responses from some people because they're trying to get to the whammies at the end. So the only two where we know who wrote what are Joey uses #strong but sexy, and Chris uses #tittysaurus rex, and Miranda immediately knows who put both of these. She knows from just the people they are that Joey would put strong but sexy and Chris would put tittysaurus rex, and she enjoys both of these comments, but she's like, that's Joey and Chris. Like, she knows.
At the same time, though, she also said, that's not funny. This is like, yeah, it's funny. I'm like, I don't know what you went for, but yeah. Whereas the other thing, I'm like, everybody fears the T-Rex. Just the first thing I thought of that was from Deadpool when he broke both his hands on Colossus, just punching him. Like, I'm still gonna fuck you up, just with no hands. And like, everybody fears the T-Rex. I'm just like,
oh, Deadpool. So next we have Joey, and I'm gonna have a question for you with this as well. So Joey uploads a picture with Lady Gaga and Adele and titles it #LoveTriangle. And we see some responses, we don't know who they're from. There's #PuckerUp, #Mr. Loverman, and #WantYourBadBromance. And what we see happen is some people don't know who either of these women are. Some people only recognize Lady Gaga. Some only recognize Adele. Finally, Rebecca asks who the other person is other than Lady Gaga. And Chris is like, oh my God, it's Adele. So full disclosure, when I was watching this, I recognized Lady Gaga, of course. And I just thought it was a random chick with them. And then I was surprised as well. It was Adele. I was just like, oh, cool. Joey met Lady Gaga. I don't keep up with Adele. I don't really know what she looks like. And from what little I remember fluffier Adele, and I know she's lost a lot of weight, so I really don't know what she looks like at this point. Papa D, when you watched this, did you recognize both of them, only one of them, or neither of them?
It took me a minute. I recognized Gaga off the bat because I'm like, that looks. Then I looked. I'm like, Adele. First I was like, is that Adele? Then he confirms and like, fucking Adele. At the same time, I'm just like, I'm wondering why these people are not freaking out more a little bit. Like, this dude not only met two of the biggest and best singers and performers on one of the best performers on this planet, and a woman whose voice sounds like it came from a 400-year-old slave ship of just soul, just tortured behind her words, aka Adele and Lady Gaga. In which case, I'm like, not only did he meet both of them in one lifetime, he met both of them in one time at one party and got a picture with both of them at the same damn time. How are we not freaking out about this? Like, how are we not asking the story behind how he got these two powerhouses of performers in a room together? Because I'll take that back. That was a random party. But still, the stars literally aligned for both of these people to be at a party together. And he managed somehow in the right moment to be like, hey, can I get a picture with both of y'all? And I'm going to say they consented, because Lady Gaga is literally cheek to cheek with him, and Adele's kind of looking, and Adele's looking at the picture. So it's like, they literally consented to this. And we're not going to sit here and at least freak out a little bit like, how did this happen? How did you pull this picture off? I'm going to let you know this right now. I pull this picture off. It's my profile. It's my background. It's like, literally, this is my story. My life is made. I can go on working for 35 to 40 grand a year for the rest of my life, and I will know not only did I meet Lady Gaga and Adele, but I also got them in the same room and got a picture with both of them at the exact same damn time. And we're not freaking out about this. We're not going like, is that like, some of these people are like, I'm like, don't recognize. I'm like, you don't recognize greatness? You don't recognize amazingness? You don't recognize the woman with one of the best dad jokes ever? Because side story, guess what? How do you wake up Lady Gaga? You poke her face. Yes. In which case, absolutely dad joke. Yes. But I'm like, oh my God, you met both of them.
See,
you got a picture with both of them.
See, that weirded me out too, because even if you don't recognize them, you don't listen to their music, it's like you still know how big of celebrities they are. Like I respect both of them. I've listened to Lady Gaga. No, that's a lie. I've intentionally listened to Lady Gaga more. I worked in a Payless shoe stores for a year, so I've heard Adele more because that's all they played in Payless shoe stores. But they're both great singers. And, you know, if someone showed me a picture and I'm like, that's Lady Gaga and Adele, I'm going to be like, oh my God. Like, even if you're not a huge fan like freaking out over them like they're not your favorite artist. It's like the second they say who it is, why is someone not like jumping on their couch? Like they all seem just way too calm for that. Like it was weird. It was very weird.
I'm gonna say this: Lady Gaga makes decent music. It's like her music for me is more. Her music is more about music videos for me. Like
Yes.
that for me is how she makes her appeal. The music is okay, but then you sit down on YouTube and you watch her music videos and you're like, I'm gonna download this just because of this, all these images that are gonna get stuck in my head every time I listen to this song. And so we're good. And like, I don't have Bad Romance or Poker Face on my iPod, but at the same time, I've watched music videos. I'm like, this is weird, but also intriguing.
Or just good, like club dance floor music. Like,
yes,
it hits different when a Lady Gaga song comes on, like at a bar, and everyone is just singing and dancing to it. Versus like you're driving and it comes on Spotify and it's like, okay. Like there's just something about being under black lights and dancing with a drink in your hand that's like, Lady Gaga's awesome. Like you just need the right environment for her.
Or for me, you just need a random car drive. You're bored and you're just driving home or driving someplace. La la ooh la la. Like, oh shit, okay, let's go. But at the same time, then we have the other side of the spectrum that I live on, that I've bought property on. We have Adele and her blue-eyed soul music that has touched me and wrapped me in ways I did not think were possible. Okay, she has touched the very depths of my soul with her music. Good God in heaven, I stand for Adele. Swear to God, love her music. Amazing artist. Adele is the only artist at this point. I would buy every single one of her albums. I've been half tempted to because I've listened to her station on Pandora, and every song was just like, had me in my feelings, in my emotions, just rap like, oh my God, yes. Just take me away, Adele. Take me away
Adele,
with your smooth voice that sounds like just the Negro spirituals have come down and decided to just bless you with their stories and their pain and their sorrow. Because, interesting fact about me, when I first heard Adele, I did not know she was a white British woman. Because her way her voice sounded and the way just the words hit and the music hit, I'm like, what? So what thick, soulful black woman is this? And then see a picture of her, I'm like, the fuck? No. Lies. Then I see a video and I'm like, I'm hooked now. Like, and that's one of the things that I could go on and on about Adele and about how honestly a lot of black culture doesn't like her because she sings a lot of soul music that wouldn't go as far except the fact that she's a white British woman. And I'm just like, yeah, I have no issue admitting that. And the reason for that is because it's uncommon. You don't get a woman who looks like her and can sing like her and can sing with the abilities that rival Aretha freaking Franklin. Like, don't come at me with that BS. Yes, she looks different. But also, when you look at her life, pain went into those damn words. Pain went, like, literally. She has survived hard romances. Like, I could go on and on. Point is, long story short, love me. I repeat, love me some Adele music. That is my jam. Adele is one of the only people I will spend money on if she ever decides to do concerts in America again. I'm like, it comes anywhere near Louisville, that's when I'm cashing some sick days and being like, we're going to Nashville. Let's go. We're going to listen to Adele. We're going to cry. We're going to bring blankets. We're going to bring hot tea. You're just going to hold some random person's hand and you're just going to sit there and just like, it ain't even gospel music, but you're just going to put your hands in the air, rap, just hold me, damn it. Hold me. I'm with you. Speak to my soul, damn it. Like, yes, Adele is the shit. I've completely lost track of what we're talking about. Adele rocks.
Yeah, the hashtags. I will say for my 2 cents on Adele, which is short, I personally feel the Set Fire to the Rain song is overrated, and it might be because of how many times I was forced to listen to it. But I think that Someone Like You is one of the most like beautifully sung songs ever. Like that is a gorgeous, gorgeous song.
You got
like
One and Only. Oh my God.
Put some headphones on, turn your lights out, and just take like 4 minutes and listen to it and get in your feels. Cry a little, drink some wine. You'll be better for it. Trust me.
One and Only, Hello, the list bops on. Send My Love to Your New Lover, which is the only upbeat bop song that's still that you can technically dance to a little bit, but that's the only upbeat like bop song she has. Everything else is deep soulful, and even then, oh my God, I could go on and on for like about Adele. Jesus Christ, love her music, loved her since she came out. We're gonna get back to this because we are getting super off topic, and I could go on and on for Adele. I can't even lie to you.
So back to this. So next we have Sammy, and Sammy wants to show her tomboy side because she had her fun side, then she had her sexy side. Now she wants her tomboy side, and she hashtags it "I'm the daddy." Miranda likes it and uses hashtag dominance. And then Adam, this is why I gave him a point. Adam gained a point previously, but he now loses 2 points. So he's back to the very negatives. And he uses hashtag, "You could be my daddy any night," and then types in so that she knows it's him, "Daddy can chain me up and teach me a lesson anytime." Again, from the right person, that would get your panties wet. But instead, the entire cast is turned off by this. Like, everyone's just like, Rebecca's like, "Oh my God, Shuby was right. He is just flirting with every single girl to get votes." And Joey feels that Adam is a weirdo and has crossed a line. This completely falls flat and turns everyone off. Alex, shame on you. Shame.
I don't have enough left in the tank to describe the cringy. Like, I'm like, bro, like, it's different when you were anonymous. You literally in the chat just came out like, stop. Apparently I got some more in the tank. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Man, there's this word going around called simping, which I hate. But at the same time, like, this is like, stop. You are trying way too damn hard on this, man. No. There is no need at all for you to go this hard for this woman. Like, Jesus, like, I'm like how, like, somebody's got to catch on that this dude's a catfish, because this dude is sounding desperate. This dude,
I think he's a creep at this point. Like, no one's really saying he's a catfish. They're all just like, something's wrong with him. Like, I think they're getting like Columbine or Onision vibes from this dude.
And they should be, because at this point, I'm asking, like, bro, you look this attractive. You realize if you just shut up, realistically, like, if you actually look like this, if you just shut up and just talk to them, and you see this photo in private, if you want her to, she won't have a problem chaining you up.
Yeah.
You just have to be cool. You just have to be fucking cool about it. Like, Jesus Christ.
You could be like one of my favorite celeb dudes, like Brandon Boyd or Jared Leto. And if I'm in a private chat, what not private, but like if I'm in a chat with 8 people that I barely know, and you say this to me, it's still gonna fall flat. Like this is not something you say on like day 2 in front of everyone, just out of the blue. Like, you wait until there's some talk, like Joey and Sammy were having in the DMs, and then you say that, and then it's like, oh, like the delivery was terrible all the way around, especially when he does not have that connection with Miranda.
Exactly. He's rushing it. That's all it is. I know this from experience that he's rushing it because I've done that before, unfortunately. And I've had to deal with people being turned off immediately of me. And it's not even attraction wise. It's just like it wasn't me trying to be attractive or attractive. It was literally me just trying to be different and just send that vibe out there. And it's like, oh, and I look back at it now and I'm like, God, this is me in college. Like this is me at some points in college around random people I didn't know.
But
I'm
here's
like,
the thing. Back then, you were like late teens, early 20s. Alex is, I forgot his exact age, but he's around the age we are now. Like he's in his younger 30s. So, we've all messed up in our college days, especially if you go to college right after high school. So you're in that 18 to 22 range.
yeah.
But he's taken it further where he's in his 30s and married and has a house and he's doing this. And that makes it so much worse. Like, I think I'd have like a bit more like stamina's not the word I want. I'd have like a longer leash for him if he was like in his early 20s and I'd just be like, he's young and dumb. Or like just like a fuckboy. But since he's the age he is, it's no.
It's just ridiculous. By the way, we skipped Adam and Alex in his turn. He went fifth before Sammy, in which case he shows a photo of himself shirtless, just chilling out in the sun on his balcony in his short shorts. And the most memorable hashtag was Joey saying, hashtag, we're going to buy you longer shorts. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Chris says, damn, Gina. So Chris is still feeling it. Joey says, I'm buying you longer shorts. And then we don't see Sammy's comment to him, but to the camera, she says she thinks that Adam looks old in that picture. So what little spark was ever there is completely extinguished at this point.
Yeah.
Because you look old is not a good compliment. You're aging like a fine wine is a compliment. You look old is not a compliment.
No. Which is the only time I feel self-conscious about my gray hair that I have running rampant through my head. I just don't feel like going to get a haircut at this point. I may do it tomorrow on a whim.
Just box dye it. Just get some just for men. Throw it on your head. No one's gonna know.
No, I'm not box. First of all, I would need you to box dye my hair. Let's get. I don't
do
trust
that. I was there for the bro hawk. I was there.
That being said, because I ain't messing with that. Also, just like real talk, can you even box dye hair this short at this point?
Yeah, you can. Or I can send you to my hairstylist. She'll fix you up.
Oh my God.
I got that connection.
Also, I don't know if I want to be. I don't mind my gray hair. I really don't. Like that's the thing. It's like
I would say what people hate is the in between. That's the same for haircuts, but I've noticed it's the same for dye. Like not even gray, but just if you've dyed your hair a different color and it's growing out in your natural shade. I found that usually it's like people saying I just have to commit until I can silver fox it. And they have like a year or two of hating their hair until it gets to that. I think the most successful is, you know, kind of like what Johnny Knoxville did. I don't know if you guys watching have seen what Johnny Knoxville looks like now. He had dyed his hair for years. He said he was like an early grayer, like when he was in his teens. And when COVID started, he just didn't dye it. So you've got all of like the dark, luscious locks still, but then as his hair got longer, the grays were coming in. And by that point, he'd mostly grayed because he dyed his hair until like all of it was graying. And then he just got a short haircut. So it was just all gray at that point. So he just did the chop at once. And now he's got fluffy hair again, but it's all gray and he didn't have that awkward in-between stage. So I feel like if I ever, I've only found 4 so far. And I may have shed a few tears when that happened and then went to see my hairstylist. But I feel like if I ever want to like silver fox mom the look, I'd probably like get a weave for a year or 2 and then be like, just chop it all off and just have the grays. Like, I think Johnny Knoxville did it the way to go, where no one really noticed until he just cut all the dyed bits off.
Well, we will see, ladies and gentlemen. I know it got me on video. From this angle, it doesn't look like you can see a lot of gray hair. I know if you ever meet me in real life, yes, I have a shit ton of gray hair if I decide to just let my hair grow out. There's a lot of it. Everyone jokes about, bro, whatever's on your mind, you need to let that go. I'm just like, man, life is on my mind, dog. I can't let that go. And like, I don't live a very stressed life, but at the same time, with all this early gray hair showing up, I'm like, I'm not letting things go. I'm not. Damn.
I mean, it's not really early. I feel like 30s are when most people start going gray. I think if your whole head was gray, it'd be early. I think 40 to 50 is when we normally see like someone all gray. Because my friends who are in their late 30s now, they're getting very gray. And I know both of my parents were about 31, 32 when they said they first got grays. And I'm a week shy of 31, and I found all of mine this year. Like I had New Year's with none, and then one day I thought I had a dog hair in my head, and I went to just pluck it out, and it was attached to me, and I was like, no.
I've had gray hair since my mid-20s, in which case, like, and it's just one of those things nobody ever noticed because I got haircuts regularly. And I just stopped because my hair wasn't a huge priority. And then COVID happened, and I grew the Corona Pro, small as it was. In which case, lots of gray hair showed up during that. Now, hair is somewhat under control. It's gonna get cut soon, eventually, but at the same time, there's a lot of gray hair here. I can admit some of it is probably dog hair because I have a white dog. Some of it may be fur coming off of my pillow because that's also white. But realistically, I also can acknowledge I probably have a lot of gray hair. I'm okay with it. Nobody's over here being like, oh my God, you look so old. I'm like, okay, I really don't care. You look like an old grumpy man. Great. I probably feel like one. Is this going to stop you from talking to me for a while? Great. We're going to go with that.
Oh no. Okay, we have 2 photos left as we end the episode a cliffhanger. So Chris also uploads a graduation photo. This is, I guess, his brother or someone's graduation because Chris is just standing. Yeah, normally next to him. There's 4 of them. They're family. He puts hashtag this is the American dream, which is beautiful because of course he is some form of Hispanic. Just looking at him. So I really like this caption and kind of the whole vibe Chris has. But as Sammy knows, he looks different in all of his pictures, which I feel is an unfair criticism because Sammy has purposely picked the friendly selfie and then the super hot photo and now the tomboy look. And Chris's photos, it's just like a default, hi, I'm a sexy man. And then you've got the drag queen, and now you've got him neutral with no makeup, no pizzazz. So I think he looks the same and he's showing different sides of himself. But she puts hashtag none of your pictures match. And then Joey decides to stir the pot and have some fun just to keep some of the heat off of him, just throw it on other people. So he puts hashtag everyone knows you're fake. And Chris sends like as himself, bitches don't hate, LOL. Like he's not gonna let this bother him too much. And Adam, being Adam, has to suck up. And he's like, I think Chris is the real deal. And Joey's like, oh my God, this guy is such a kiss ass.
Yeah, I'm done with this dude. I really like. It took one episode. I'm already like, no. Like I'm pissed. We can't vote him out the next damn vote. Because I'm like, no, this dude's been here. Dude's been here a few days. It's a few days too damn long. Get the fuck out. But yeah, then we get the last one.
We get the drama. So Mercedes uploads a shot. She's got like, it's not like a professional model photo, but like the photos a friend will take of you modeling when you've got a cute outfit. She's wearing this like I'll say conservative black dress because it's not like a very like conservative Puritan dress, but where so many of these outfits are very tight fitting and just plunging. This is like a casual thing that you could wear to like most places, and people would think you look great, but you're not showing too much skin. And she's got on some like checkered Vans, and she captions it "the blacker the berry" with an I. And so Joey wants to keep stirring the pot, and he adds hashtag "the faker the juice." And then Miranda's like, she's wearing skate shoes, and I know she can't skate, so she uses hashtag poser. And then Adam, for no reason whatsoever, because he's been flirting with everyone else, puts hashtag "I didn't know there was a catfish filter." Rebecca's like, this is my chance to really get people off my back for another week, and puts hashtag "to catfish or not to catfish." And Sammy, who's been convinced for 2 episodes now that Mercedes was who Antonio went to see and hinted was a catfish, slides the dagger fully in with hashtag "Antonio knows the truth." Karen is pissed at all of these. She's like, do any of y'all want to claim these hashtags? And Joey's like, I'll do it. And then the episode ends, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yup. Nah, they went in thinking like, oh, catfish. And I'm just like, oh shit, somebody messed up. I'm like, I can't like, a part of me's like, I don't know how we got here, but what the fuck? Okay. But yeah, Jesus Christ. And like the show ends there, and I'm waiting for the next episode to be like, okay, about to find out who the fuck catfish is? Wait. First of all, did we give Mercedes power? Like, that's the big, like, did we give Mercedes power? Better yet, did the show give Mercedes power? Because we won't know. We wouldn't know. No one would. They're the only ones who see the results. So it's like, do we want to keep Mercedes here? Fine. As far as we're concerned, she got media influencer. What? Yes. Because no one will know. But oh my God, like I'm looking at this, I'm just like, but we will see. We will see.
Yeah, it was. I'd forgotten, like, because I remember over the course of the next couple episodes what happens, but I forgot this ended on such a huge cliffhanger. So as I'm watching, I'm just like, oh my God, and I'm waiting on Joey to type, and it's like, and I'm like, oh man, end of the episode right there. But yeah, like, you know, Mercedes is in danger if she doesn't get influencer based, because of course they don't show us all the ratings. I don't remember how she ranks, but you know, she did get a couple of poor ratings, so going into this, she either is going to have to flip it to stay in the game, or she's going to need to, you know, do something to stay out, because I know the next 3 who go home, and I don't know what order, like, honestly. So I love watching this again. When my first times watching it, I was in like a newborn fog, because it's like Christmas all over again for some of it. But yeah, hopefully Mercedes can politic her way out. She's got Chris on her side with the power of Christ, you know. And as we've seen before, it only takes one thing to flip things completely around onto someone else.
Very true. Very true. We will see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. In the meantime, hit them with them socials.
So you can find me on all social media at the AngieChu. Some of you guys are watching this on YouTube right now, and that's at the AngieChu. You can also find me making some fun videos on TikTok. You got some stories and videos and posts on Instagram. I'm officially back on Twitter. And all those are at the AngieChu as well. Hit me up, talk to me. I love y'all. I post all the work and stuff I do on my social media, so you can keep up with books, podcast news, all that fun jazz.
You can find me on the Snapchat at PapaD618. You can find me on the Twitter at PapaD618. You can find me on Instagram at PapaD618. You can find me on the Facebook at Don't Find Me on the Facebook. Because for real, just too many random things on there, as you already know. On my video feed, good God, that is a mess. I don't even know. It's finally going back to MMA and Colin Hurd from this ESPN show talking about sports drama, which I don't mind because we're getting off the race stuff, thank the Lord. And randomly British soap operas. I don't know why. It is what it is. So Facebook's a mess. Don't follow me on there. You can find me on the TikTok at @poppity_618. If you find me on the TikTok, feel free to follow. If you don't, I don't post a lot. I just posted a video of this New Jersey I got that has that. Guess what? Check out the back. Oh God, you can't see it. Maybe.
Woo!
But yes, it has Wakanda, the number 4, than ever written in it. I love it. I'm like, yes, got it. So I don't post a lot. You honestly will just probably post random things I get. If you find me, send me videos of Marvel gear, or send me videos of you and your Snorlax pillows. Because, not gonna lie, if I could find the right size, I low-key want one. That or a Snorlax hockey jersey.
I haven't seen the pillows, but I usually see the big bean bags on like Amazon for, I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're good prices for what you're getting. I'm sure someone might be selling them on eBay, but I'm kind of weird about buying bedding materials from people. But you can probably find them on there. But brand new on Amazon is most likely the way to go.
Yeah. So, yeah. There's that. Peace, love, and pancakes.
Bye-bye.
You are listening to the AngieChu Podcast Radio Network.